I'm Rachel. It was a Tuesday night, raining hard, when my sister Lena knocked on my apartment door. I hadn't seen her in over a year. No calls, no texts, just silence. She stood there, soaked, her dark hair plastered to her face, eyes too wide like they were trying to take in everything at once. Her smile was stiff, almost practiced. "I've been traveling," she said, voice flat. "Can I crash here?" Something felt off, but she was my sister. I let her in. He dropped her bag by the couch, a ratty duffel I didn't recognize. Her clothes were wrong too big, like they belonged to someone else. I made tea, asked where she'd been. "Around," she mumbled, staring at the wall. That night, I woke up at 3 a.m., heart pounding. Lena was standing over my bed, hands twitching at her sides, eyes locked on me. "Go to sleep," she whispered, but it sounded like a command. I pretended to, waiting for her to leave. She didn't move for an hour. The next day, she stayed inside, barely speaking. I noticed scratches on the living room wall, faint like fingernails dragged across paint. I asked her about them. She shrugged, eyes darting to the corner. By evening, the scratches were deeper, forming letters. N-O. I cleaned them off, told myself it was nothing. Lena watched me, her smile creeping wider. That night, I couldn't sleep. I heard her pacing, muttering in a language I didn't know, sharp, guttural sounds. I checked my phone, scrolled through X to calm my nerves. On a whim, I searched Lena's name. A post from 6 months ago stopped me cold. Lena Harper, 27, missing from Oak Ridge. Last seen at a gas station, acting erratic. There was a grainy photo, her face but paler, eyes too wide, just like now. My hands shook as I clicked through articles. Police had no leads, her friends thought she'd run off, but she was here, in my apartment. I confronted her the next morning. "Where were you really, Lena?" I asked, showing her the article. Her face didn't change, but her voice dropped, low and rough. "I'm home now, Rachel," she said, stepping closer. Her breath smelled wrong, like damp earth. I backed away, noticing more scratches on the wall. Not Lena. My stomach twisted. I locked myself in my bedroom, heart racing, and dug through her duffel while she was in the shower. Inside, I found a locket, old and tarnished. The photo showed Lena, but her eyes were blacked out with ink, like someone had scratched them away. I called her best friend, Mia, who hadn't heard from her in months. "She was acting weird before she disappeared," Mia said, talking about a place in the woods, a cabin where they welcomed her. I remembered Lena mentioning a cabin once, a random trip she took last year. I searched X again, found a thread about an abandoned cabin in Oak Ridge, tied to missing hikers. People claimed it was a hollow place, where something took people and sent back copies. That night, I heard Lena, or whatever she was, scratching again. I peeked through the door. She was carving my name into the wall, her fingers bleeding, nails split. "Rachel," she sang, voice not hers, too deep, too many tones. I grabbed a knife from the kitchen, hands trembling. "What are you?" I shouted. She turned, head tilting too far, like her neck wasn't solid. "I'm Lena," she said, but her mouth didn't move right, lips stretching past her teeth. I locked her in the guest room, barricading the door with a chair. The scratching stopped, but the air felt heavy, like something was pressing against the walls. I found an old post on X about banishing hollowed ones. Salt and iron, disrupt their anchor. I poured salt around the guest room door, stabbed a knife into the floor. The apartment shook, like a scream you feel instead of hear. Lena's voice came through the door, calm now. "You can't keep me out, Rachel. I'm already inside." The door's rattling now, slow and deliberate. The salt line's breaking, scattering across the floor. My name's on the wall again, deeper, fresher. I hear her whispering, closer than the door, like she's right behind me. The locket's in my hand, and it's warm, pulsing. I don't think I'm alone anymore.